Running Club 4, Nalena, the head of the table, Kopkove. Marina Komkove will sit to my right, where Dikinedi was seated. Thank you, sir. Following him up is a man who is used to running hard for very many hours. 100-kilometer world records, 100-mile world records, and of course 24-hour world records where he completed 319 kilometers in 24 hours. But that may mean little because he's lining up for his very first Comrades Marathon. Please put your hands together from Lithuania for Alexander Sorokin. A very famous face in ultra-distance running. And we welcome him to the Comrades Marathon for the first time. Alex, if you could actually sit there next to him. With a wicked sense of humor as well, right there. And I leave that open so that seated next to me, a man who is here with his wife and young son. He took 4th place at the Soweto Marathon in 2025. He was 12th here on his debut and has been cleaning up races left, right, and center. A former schools champion running in the colors of Afis way back when. Please put your hands together from the Nedbank Running Club for George Kush. And George shall sit right next to me here. Seated next to George is a man who needs no introduction, one of the most loved runners anywhere in South Africa. A 3-time champion of this race and a podium finisher at the World 100-kilometer Championships. He returns this year looking to be a record breaker with 12 gold medals. Mvelase, put your hands together for Bong Musa Mtebu. Let's take a seat next to George. Next to him is a man who always sports wonderful hairstyle on Comrades Day. His improvement has been remarkable. His first Comrades in 2015, he finished in position 235. And in the last up run, he took position 4. Is this his year for a podium finish? Running in the red of Max to lead, please put your hands together for Ntate Joseph Mayedi. Following Ntate Mayedi up is one of the Comrades Marathon's most loved participants. His stretch of gold medals is exemplary, but perhaps more memorable than that is his uprun victory in 2019 after that titanic battle against Bong Musa Mtebu. He comes in the purple this time around, representing the Hollywood Athletics Club, the 2019 champion of the Comrades Marathon. Please put together your hands for Edward Slenda Mutimbi. Take a seat next to Babu Mtebu. You can come this side. Second last year in a very tight race. He won in 2024 when he crested Polish Hordes first and came within a whisker of breaking Leonid Shvetsov's uprun record. He has come to be loved by many a South African following his legendary battles against the man who won last year. Please put your hands together for the Flying Dutchman, Piet Giersma. Welcome, Piet. And finally, the 3-time winner of this race. A 3-time winner of this race, won it last year, making amends for the run he had in 2024. Perhaps, in the words of the king of this race, Bruce Fordyce, still with a point to prove on the uprun, although he says no, he's just here to give his best performance. Ladies and gentlemen, one of South Africa's most loved three-time winner and winner in 2025, Tete Dijana. And thank you to all of our elite men for being involved in this press conference. I'll ask you to pass the microphone down first to Tate Kobe there. Pete, if you can please pass it on to Marina Kobe, because we'll ask him the question which everyone is asking even on social media, a very simple question. Good afternoon. Tate Kobe, are you going to finish the race this year? What's your plan?
Leave Kobe alone.
I know Abra, I know the cause. I remember Ninja, I don't remember the year 1989. When I was number 2. Let me go still.
I think that was a joke. I think 1999 was still in nappies. But anyway, thank you for lightening the mood. That's the head of the table. Continue, sir.
Press conference. Acknowledge me. Here is my brothers. I don't disrespect them. I love them. But this time I'm going to finish covering. There's no pacemaker anymore. Yeah, my training is going well. And that's true. I'm not stressed. I'm not scared because I run this business.
Not much you can say on that. Marina Concorde. To his left, Alex, after that wonderful introduction, I'm not sure how you feel, but you have run many, I mean, you're famous the whole world for your achievements over long distances. Why has it taken you so long to come and run the Comrades Marathon?
So actually, now I'm sitting here feeling like why I say yes to this race. Old, to have a lot of weight, too slow, so I don't know why I'm sitting here. So actually I try to show my maximum, but not looking on the good places, just try to enjoy the race. So we'll see tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Sunday, but I hope I finish this. Of course, maybe next year will be easier to run for me because it will be down, but still up. I think hills kills me. Somewhere in the middle, maybe I'll die in the middle somewhere. Just put me behind the road and say, "You did it." because I say all big words for my wife. Say, "Sorry if I come back, don't come back."
Well, he's clearly a man who's here to give it his all, ready to die on race day. Well, we'll give you some encouragement. Usually, maybe, shall I say, bigger, more muscular runners tend to perform better on the up run. So that might be an answer to your question about carrying more weight. George, welcome. You are running your first up run, 12th position last year, smashing every single course record on the way to this run. 521k, smashed it. Won the Baldwin Run Series Peninsula Marathon in 2:15. Won recently the My Way Wally Hayward Half Marathon. And then the following day, he did a very long run. You look thin and fit. How are you looking forward to your very first up run?
Hello everyone. Thank you for having me. It's certainly a privilege to be here today. I'm very much looking forward. I've been focusing on the process up until this point, and being part of the Comrades Marathon is such a huge privilege. Recently I read the story of Barry Holland, and as well as Winged Messenger by Bruce Fordyce. It was extremely insightful for me to see, before I was even born, the history that this race carries and the blood, sweat and tears that athletes have put in. So for me to be here, I'm very grateful, and I'm focused on the journey.
Thank you. Georgia, you can pass that microphone to the man next to you, because when you speak about history, this is a man who is steeped in Comrades Marathon history. Bongo Samtembu this weekend could become an athlete with 12 gold medals, putting him at the very top of that list. for your time in Velase. Is that something that's on your mind, given the wonderful career that you've had in the Comrades Marathon? You mentioned last year after 11th goal that you will even continue running this thing when you're old until you die. What makes this race so special to you, given what you have achieved over more than a decade?
Giving a pumpkin for Australia, thanks again for the marathon. Highest level event. Always optimistic to come here, and it's just such a wonderful opportunity for us. It means a lot to us. Yeah, like I always say, for me, running is everything. Corporate has changed most of us, I think, here. It's changed our life so much, and we dedicated to corporate. I think hopefully we get to many, many people in their minds, the opportunity. Corporate is nevertheless and focus points are moving ahead and sacrifice and our silver work also just because we want to satisfy our soul. Master's kitchen, my comrades marathon. So like I've always competed with comrade at my highest capability. I've not always focused on what record I'm gonna break, what position I'm aiming for. I'm always aiming one thing to compete at my highest capability. So that's the same mind, that's the same